The stadium lights flickered like dying stars as James's voice cut through the locker room roar, his words a grenade lobbed into the heart of my world. Tyler's been lying to all of us. He's gay, and he's screwing around with Ryan behind coach's back. My cleats froze mid-step, the air sucking out of my lungs as every head snapped toward me, eyes wide with shock, betrayal, and something darker, disgust. In that split second, my twin brother had just torched my life, and as the whispers ignited into shouts, I realized the biggest betrayal wasn't his words, but the smile he flashed me afterward, like he'd finally won the game we'd been playing since birth. I never saw it coming, not from James. We were identical twins, mirror images down to the crooked scar on our left knuckles from that dumb backyard brawl when we were 12, fighting over who got the last slice of Mom's apple pie. Growing up in Elmwood, Ohio, a Rust Belt town where Friday nights meant high school football under those harsh floodlights and Sunday mornings meant church potlucks with Jell-O salads that jiggled like guilty secrets. James and I were the golden boys of Elmwood High. Quarterback and wide receiver, inseparable on and off the field, the kind of brothers who finished each other's sentences and shared everything. Or so I thought. But secrets have a way of festering in small towns like ours, where the cornfields stretch out like judgmental fingers, pointing at anyone who dares to stray from the script. Mine started with Ryan. God, Ryan. He was the new transfer from Cincinnati our junior year, all lean muscle and quiet intensity, with eyes like storm clouds over Lake Erie, gray and unreadable, pulling you in before you even knew you were drowning. We met during two-a-days in August, the heat wave turning the practice field into a skillet, sweat stinging our eyes as Coach barked drills that felt more like boot camp than prep for the season opener. Ryan slotted in as the other wide out, opposite James, and from the jump, there was this electricity between us. Not the showy kind James thrived on. No, ours was subtle, like the hum of power lines on a still night. We'd linger after sprints, chugging Gatorade under the bleachers, talking about everything and nothing. How he hated the fake smiles at his old school, how I dreamed of escaping Elmwood for some Big Ten scholarship where no one knew my name. One evening, as the sun dipped low and painted the sky in bruised purple hues, he brushed my hand while passing a water bottle. Neither of us pulled away. That touch lingered like a promise, igniting something I'd buried deep since freshman year, when I first realized the way my gaze stuck on the curve of a teammate's neck instead of the cheerleaders flipping pom-poms on the sidelines. We didn't label it at first. In Elmwood, gay was a slur whispered behind hands, a reason to get your truck keys hidden or your tires slashed. So we danced around it, stolen glances in the huddle, knees bumping under the cafeteria table, late-night texts that veered from play breakdowns to what if we could just be. By homecoming, though, the dance was over. Under the bleachers after the win against Riverton, with the crowd's cheers echoing like distant thunder, Ryan kissed me. It was clumsy, urgent, tasting of adrenaline and fear, his hands fisting my Letterman jacket like he'd never let go. Tyler, he whispered against my lips, voice rough as gravel. This is real, right? Not just the high. Real as it gets. I murmured back, my heart hammering like I'd just run a 80-yard post route. From then on, we were a secret symphony, stolen hours in his beat-up Chevy behind the old mill, walks along the river where the willows hid us from prying eyes. Ryan opened up about his own closet, the dad who preached fire and brimstone sermons at the local Baptist church, the mom who'd cry if she knew. We were each other's confessional, building a fragile world where love wasn't a sin but a lifeline. James noticed, of course. He always did. You're different lately, Ty, he'd say, slugging my shoulder a little too hard during our ritual post-practice burgers at Dino's Diner. Like you're hiding a fumble. I'd laugh it off, blame the pressure of scouts coming for senior year, but his eyes narrowed, that twin intuition twisting into something sharper. James had always been the ambitious one, the golden child who dreamed of Ohio State, NFL contracts, the whole American dream playbook. Me? I just wanted to play ball, keep the peace, maybe carve out a spot where Ryan and I could breathe. But twins share more than blood, we share shadows. James's started creeping in sophomore year, when he blew out his knee in the playoffs. The docs said 6 months, but it dragged to a year, sidelining him while I rose as the starter. He watched from the bench, smile tight, clapping a beat too slow. "You're carrying us now, bro," he'd say, but there was acid in it. And then Ryan arrived, fitting into the receiver slot like he was born for it, drawing the scout's eyes and James's envy. It built slow, that resentment. James started needling me about distractions, canceling our twin hangouts to study, with girls who giggled too loud. I chalked it up to stress. Dad's factory layoff had us scraping by, Mom working doubles at the hospital, the house echoing with unspoken worries. But deep down, I felt the fracture. The night before the regional championship, James cornered me in our shared bedroom, the walls papered with faded OSU posters. "Who's the ghost, Ty? The one making you sneak out?" His voice was low, accusatory. I froze, heart slamming. "What are you talking about?" He stepped closer, our faces inches apart, mirrors of each other except for the rage in his eyes. "Ryan, I saw you two at the mill, kissing like some fairy tale bullshit." The room tilted. "James, please." But he cut me off, laughing bitter. "You're gonna tank us. The team, Dad's pride, everything. Unless." He trailed off, eyes gleaming with that old twin cunning. I thought he meant cover for me, brotherhood holding. Instead, he leveraged it, demanded I throw him more passes, bench Ryan in drills, prove loyalty. I refused, of course. Blood or not, I wouldn't sell out the one person who made Elmwood bearable. That refusal lit the fuse. The locker room explosion came 2 days later, after a brutal practice where Coach reamed us for sloppy routes. Steam hung thick as we stripped down, the air buzzing with post-drill exhaustion. James waited till the chatter peaked, then dropped the bomb. "Tyler's been lying to all of us. He's gay, and he's screwing around with Ryan behind Coach's back." Silence crashed like a missed tackle. Then chaos, lockers slamming, curses flying. "Faggot? No way, not on our team." And Ryan's face, pale as milk, staring at me across the benches like I'd stabbed him myself. Coach's voice boomed. "Enough. Tyler, my office." Now, James met my gaze, his expression a mask of righteous fury, but I saw the triumph underneath, the kid brother finally toppling the star. In Coach's office, the walls closed in, trophies glaring like accusatory eyes. He leaned back, face carved from granite. "Is it true, son?" My throat burned. Lie? Deny Ryan? No. Yeah, it's true. The words hung heavy. Coach sighed, rubbing his temples. "Football's a team sport, Tyler. Distractions like this, they fracture. You're benched. Indefinitely. Focus on getting your head straight, literally. Straight." The irony twisted like a knife. I nodded, numb, and stumbled out to find the team a wall of glares. Ryan was gone, vanished like smoke. That night, Elmwood ignited. Texts blew up my phone, slurs from guys I'd bled with, prayers from church kids laced with pity. Dad called from the factory floor, voice cracking over the din of machines. "James says it's a phase, Ty. But if it's not, we love you, son. Just fix it." Mom sobbed on the porch swing later, clutching her rosary. "Why hide it? We're family." James hovered in the kitchen, feigning concern. "I did it for you, bro. To toughen you up." Lies. He'd sniffed out my secret weeks ago, used it as ammo in his war for the spotlight. Betrayal burned hotter than any hit I'd taken on the field. Ryan didn't call, didn't text. By morning, rumors swirled. He'd transferred out, or worse, outed himself in some viral rage. I drove to his house, gravel crunching under tires, hard in my throat. His mom answered, eyes red-rimmed. "He's gone, Tyler. Packed a bag after practice. Said something about not dragging anyone down. Gone." The word hollowed me. Our secret world, shattered by my brother's blade. Days blurred into a gray haze. School became a gauntlet. Whispers in halls, graffiti on my locker, QB queer. Practice? I watched from the bleachers, a ghost in pads, while James strutted as starter, Ryan's spot filled by some freshman scrub. The betrayal festered, twin bonds snapping like brittle bone. I'd confront James in our room, voices low to spare Mom. Why? We were us against the world. He'd shrug, casual as lacing cleats. "World's changing, Ty. Can't have weak links." Weak. The word clawed deep, echoing Dad's old stories of mill strikes, men standing firm or breaking. But anger needs fuel, and mine found it in the mirror, James's face staring back, mocking. I hit the weights harder, ran trails till my lungs screamed, channeling rage into reps. Ryan's absence was a void, his texts unanswered, his Chevy nowhere in town. Misunderstanding piled on. Teammates whispered I'd seduced him, forced it, like love was a playbook violation. Coach pulled me aside once, gruff sympathy masking judgment. Get help, kid. There's groups. Conversion therapy? In 2025 America? The hypocrisy stung. Rainbow flags on porches 1 month, pitchforks the next. Then the call came, shattering the numb. State playoffs loomed, our shot at glory. James, cocky in the starter role, fumbled a handoff in scrimmage. Classic twin mirror, my old flaw. Coach's eyes flicked to me on the bench. Hargrove, he barked. Suit up. A chance? Or pity? James's glare promised war. Stepping back onto the field felt like reclaiming stolen ground, the turf springing under my cleats like it remembered my weight. But the air was thicker now, laced with suspicion, teammates nodding stiffly, no more slaps on the back. James jogged over during warm-ups, helmet underarm, that fake brother grin plastered on. Don't choke, Ty. Scouts are watching. Subtext, stay down. I bit back the urge to swing, focusing on the snap count in my head. Ryan's ghost haunted every route. His cuts were sharper, his hands surer. Without him, the offense sputtered like a flooded engine. That night's film session in the dim AV room, Coach dissected plays with his red laser pointer, voice gravelly from Marlborough's. Hargrove twins, you two sink or we sink. James shifted beside me, thigh pressing mine in that old twin shorthand. Now it felt like a threat. Later, in the parking lot under sodium lamps buzzing like angry wasps, he cornered me against my truck. You think suiting up changes anything? Everyone knows what you are. His breath reeked of spearmint gum, eyes wild. I protected us. Dad would have disowned you. Protected. I shoved him back, chest heaving. You outed me to steal the starting gig. Ryan's gone because of you. The words exploded, raw as a pulled hamstring. James laughed, short and sharp. Ryan? That pretty boy was using you, Ty. For the spotlight. I saw the texts, him cozying up to scouts, dropping your name like bait. Lies. Or was it? Doubt slithered in, Ryan's silence a damning echo. Had our secret been his ladder? No. His kisses were too real, his whispers too vulnerable. But James's words wormed deep, twin telepathy twisting truth. Home was a minefield. Dad, burly from years at the mill, avoided my eyes over meatloaf, fork scraping plate like nails on chalkboard. James says you're sorting it. Sorting. Like I was a misfiled invoice. Mom fluttered, pressing casseroles, her Bible open to Leviticus by accident, or not. Love the sinner, hate the sin, she'd murmur, hugging me fierce. James played the hero, helping with chores, whispering to Dad about tough love. I retreated to the garage, pounding a heavy bag till knuckles split, imagining James's face. Psychological warfare. He knew my triggers, the fear of fracturing the family I'd glued together since Mom's cancer scare in 22. School amplified the chaos. Elmwood High, with its cinder-block halls and pride, posters peeling at edges, turned hostile. Jocks bumped shoulders harder, girls whispered, drama queen. Then the viral post, some anonymous account leaked locker room audio. James's outing, my stunned silence looped with ugly laughs. Comments flooded. Elmwood's QB is a homo? LMO Team James. Team James trended locally, blue-check locals from church piling on with Bible verses. Rage boiled, my brother, architect of this circus, reposting memes like it was all a joke. I needed Ryan. Desperation drove me to his empty house, now for sale signs swinging mocking. His mom, Evelyn, answered the bell, flour-dusted apron from baking therapy. Tyler. Not cold, but wary. He's in Columbus. Aunt's place. Said to tell you. He's sorry. For everything. Sorry. For loving me? Or for bailing? Did he say why? She hesitated. I soft. The outing hit hard. His dad. Well, you know Pastor Hale. Called it an abomination. Ryan thought it best to vanish. Vanish. Like I was the plague. Heart splintering, I drove aimless, ending at the river, our spot. Willows wept into the current, carrying leaves like unspoken regrets. I hurled rocks, each splash a curse at James, at myself for trusting blood over heart. Misunderstanding metastasized. A teammate, Brody, Big lineman with a heart like cornbread pulled me aside post-practice. Ty, rumors say you and Ryan planned it. To go public, stir shit for attention. Attention? We'd hidden to survive. Who said that? James. Swore on Dad's grave. Betrayal layered. Not just outing, but painting me the villain. I confronted James that night, storming his room. Our room, divided by duct tape on the floor like a DMZ. You're spreading lies now? That I'm some fame whore. He lounged on his bed, scrolling phone. Truth hurts, bro. Ryan ghosted. Proves it. Doubt Claude. I scrolled Ryan's last texts. Miss you already. This is us versus world. Or was it? Late night paranoia had me replaying moments. His flinch at PDA, the way he dodged team hangs. Had love been leverage? No. But the seed planted, poisoning the well. State semis approached, pressure cooker cranked. James shone in warm-ups, arm cannonering spirals, but fumbles crept in, ghosts of my style, or nerves. Coach rotated us, twin thunder, they called it, but tension crackled. During a goal line drill, James shoved me off a route, helmet crack echoing. Watch your feet, queer. Refs missed it, I didn't. Huddle after, coach growled, play ball, not brothers. But eyes lingered, teammates choosing sides, fractures spiderwebbing the line. Then the letter slipped under my locker, typed, anonymous. James isn't the villain. Ryan's been talking to scouts. Your secret was his ticket. Check his Insta DMs. Bullshit. But I did. Hacking guilt through his public profile, no dice. Sleepless, I drove to Columbus at dawn. 2 hours of blacktop, blurring tears. Aunt's trailer park, faded American flags whipping. Ryan answered the door, shirtless, hair tousled, beautiful, broken. Ty? What the? We talked on sagging porch steps, coffee bitter as regret. I didn't bail on you, he said, voice cracking. Dad found out. Disowned me on the spot. I couldn't drag you into that hell. Relief flooded, then fury. James said you used me. Ryan's laugh was hollow. James? He cornered me weeks ago. Offered cash to transfer. Said you'd never make it with me around. Cash? From where? Our broke-ass family. Ryan's eyes darkened. He's scared, Ty? Of losing you. The twin thing, it's toxic. Toxic. The word unlocked it. James's jealousy wasn't just ball, it was me. The better twin, the loved one. We'd competed since womb, grades, girls, now guys. Outing me, severing the only threat to his solo spotlight. Come back, I pleaded. Finals. We need you. Ryan shook head. Can't. Not after. But his hand found mine, thumb tracing knuckles, electric, alive. We kissed then, slow and aching, porch creaking under weight of what-ifs. I love you, he whispered. First time spoken. My anchor in the storm. Back in Elmwood, armed with truth, I faced James. Garage, heavy bag forgotten, fists clenched. Ryan told me. Your bribe. His face crumpled, then hardened. Lies. He's poisoning you. No. You're the poison. We scuffled, twin brawl, all grapples and grunts. Mom's scream halting us. Dad pulled us apart, face thunder. Enough. James, explain. Silence stretched. Then James broke. I was scared. You'd leave me behind. For him. Vulnerability cracked his armor. Kid brother, lost in shadows. Forgiveness? Not yet. But understanding bloomed, fragile. Coach called emergency huddle. Ryan transferring back, emergency eligibility. Kid's got heart. Like someone else I know. Elation surged. Semis versus Toledo Tech. Do or die under Friday lights. Game night descended like a fever dream. Elmwood Stadium pulsing with 5,000 souls packed into rickety bleachers, the air thick with popcorn grease and diesel from tailgate trucks. Banners snapped in the chill wind. Twin thunder strikes back. But beneath the hype, nerves jangled like loose change. Ryan suited up beside me in the locker, our first huddle since the implosion, his shoulder brushing mine a silent vow. James across the way, eyes downcast, no trash talk, just a nod, tentative bridge over the chasm. Coach's pep talk rang hollow. This ain't about personal shit. It's about legacy. Legacy. In Elmwood, that meant gridiron glory or fading into factory dust. Kickoff sliced the night, Toledo's returner bursting like a pinball off bumpers. Our coverage sticky, but he chewed 20 yards before Brody wrapped him down. Our offense took field, Crowd roar a living beast. James under center, barking cadence, but his drop back hitched, eyes darting to me like seeking permission. Snap. I released left, Ryan streaking open on a slant, leather kissing his gloves for 15. Chemistry crackled, unspoken plays from summer nights. But Toledo adjusted quick, blitzing linebackers with shark grins. Second drive, James flushed, pump fake to me drawing double, then bullet to Ryan, 40 yards, toes in bounds. Touchdown. Stands erupted, but my gut twisted. James's pass, perfect, yet his fist bump to me felt obligatory. Halftime loomed, score knotted 14-14, locker reeking of Bengali and sweat-soaked ambition. Coach diagrammed counters on whiteboard, grease pencil squeaking. Hardroast, sink or sink. James met my gaze, sweat beading brow. Ty. Sorry. For all. Whisper raw. I clapped his helmet. Prove it on the field. Ryan squeezed my elbow, anchor. But doubt lingered. Was apology real, or fear of losing the game? Third quarter ignited hellfire. Toledo struck first, their QB, a cocky sophomore with cornrows and a cannon, threading needles through our secondary for a 70-yard bomb. 21-14. Our counter? Stalled at midfield. James overthrowing me on a post. Classic twin flinch, his arm betraying nerves. Fourth down, coach signaled fake punt. Gutsy. I took the snap as up back. Ryan blocking ferocious. James streaking naked bootleg. Handoff clean. He rumbled 15, diving pile for first. Momentum shifted, crowd a tidal wave. But controversy brewed. On the next possession, James audibled to a deep shot. Me wide open, but he forced to a covered Ryan. Interception. Toledo's corner danced away, returned to our 20. Whispers and huddle. James forcing it. Choking? Ryan shot me a look. Trust? I nodded, calling our old slant go. Snap. James plants. Eyes locking mine through the rush. Release. Rainbow arc. Me high-pointing over DB for 25. Ryan's block sealed it. Stiff arm echoing like thunderclap. Ball to the house. No. Drive stalled at goal line. Field goal good. Tie. With 5 minutes left, down by 3, the impossible loomed. Championship berth. James in the gun. No huddle fury. First play. Screen to Brody. Churning for 8. Second. Ryan's jet sweep. Reversing field for 12. His speed a blur. Safety whiffing. Third. Play action. James rolling right. Me dragging pick on the edge. He lofts it. 50 yards. Contested. My hands snatching victory from air. Hargrove hauls it. Announcer booms. End zone. Lead. Toledo's desperation drive. 3 and out. Punting from end zone. Our clock kill. James hands to me on ISOs. Grinding yards like millstone. But on third and medium, blitz comes unblocked. James sacked. Fumble loose. Toledo scoops. Races 40. Touchdown. Led them. 28-24. 2 minutes. Chaos. Huddle dissolves into shouts. James on bench. Head in hands. Tears. My fault. Ryan kneels beside him. Ours now. Coach points at me. You call it, Tyler. Blood in the veins. Me? QB2 turned savior? Heart jackhammers. I audible the crew. No huddle. 4 wide. Hurry up. Snap. Slant to Ryan. 10 yards out. Crowd deafening. Second. Deep cross to me. Threading needle for 18. James. On sideline. Helmet off. Mouthing plays. Twin sink. Remote. Third. RPO. I keep. Scamper 15. Sliding shy of chains. Red zone. 1 minute. Toledo timeouts gone. Sweating. Play. Flea flicker. James motions in. Last second sub. Together he mouths. Cadence. Hut hut. Fake to Brody. Lateral to James. Wait. No. Ryan pitches back to me. Rolling left. Coverage floods. I scramble. Eyes scanning. James leaks deep. Toledo's safety biting on the fake. Throw. 55 yards. On a dime. He leaps. Hauls it one-handed. Toe dragging for the score. 31-28. Game. But wait. Flag. Pass interference on their DB. Hook and lateral negated. No TD. Instead, 15 yards. First and goal. Replay reviews it. James's catch ruled out. Barely. Controversy explodes. Robbed. Chance rang. Coach fumes. James roars at refs. Me? Ice in veins. Run it again. Final play. Twins option. James and I flank. Ryan flaring. Snap. I pitch to James, who reverses to Ryan. Will route, safety trailing. Ryan jukes, dives. Touchdown. No flag. 37-28? No, extra point blocked. 37-35? Wait, Toledo's onside kick, recovered. Hail Mary time. Their QB launches. End zone prayer. Tips. Falls incomplete. Horn blares. Victory. But the real climax? Post-game, under goalposts, James crushes me in hug, sobs racking. I almost lost you. For real. Ryan joins, triad unbreakable. Scouts swarm, but we stand, arms linked, outed, benched, risen. Wait, no. The betrayals echo. As confetti falls, Dad approaches, arm around Mom. Proud boys. All of you. But James whispers, there's more. The bribe? From my secret fund, Scouts hush money. To bury us both. Confession. He'd planned to out us together. Force a joint redemption. Arc misunderstanding cleared. His fear was losing the twin bond, not just spotlight. The afterglow of that one lingered like summer fireflies, but Elmwood's spotlight burned hot and unforgiving. Championship berth secured. Headlines screamed, twin redemption. Hargrove's heel and Hail Mary. But the subtext festered. My outing a footnote. James the hero for saving the team. Reporters cornered us at the diner, mics thrust like bayonets. Tyler, how's it feel? Coming out mid-season? I forced a grin, Ryan's hand hidden under table. Feels like football. Real. James deflected, charm dialed high. Family sticks. But his eyes pleaded, forgive? Forgiveness isn't a switch. It's scar tissue, tough and tender. We drove home in Dad's F-150, radio crooning Springsteen. Born to Run, ironic anthem for small-town escapees. Silence heavy. Then James cracked. I was drowning, Ty. Knee injury. Dad's eyes on you. Thought if I broke you down, we'd rebuild equal. Vulnerability raw. Twin mirror reflecting my own flaws. The jealousy I'd buried when he shone brighter in class. The resentment when he dated the prom queen I pined for from afar. We're messed up, I said. But yeah, equal. Ryan integrated slow, a ghost reclaiming space. Team huddles thawed. Brody slapping his back first. Welcome back, speed demon. But elders lingered. Church dads glaring from sidelines. Pastor Hale barring Ryan from youth group. Abomination can't lead. Ryan shrugged it off, but I saw the flinch, echo of his disownment. We built our world quieter now. Bonfires at the river. No more hiding. Hands laced open. Love deepened. Humanistic core. Not fireworks, but steady hearth. This is us, he'd say, tracing my scar. Scars and all. Psychological depths plumbed in therapy. School-mandated post-scandal. Counselor, Ms. Rivera, Latina firebrand with zero tolerance for BS, unpacked the twins' knot. Enmeshment, she called it. James, you outed Tyler to amputate the part you couldn't control. He squirmed, admitting the bribe fund. Petty cash from odd jobs. Dream of buying our way to OSU. Thought it'd force him to need me. Me? I hid Ryan to protect us all. Cowardice. Sessions unearthed Mom's secret. Her brother's suicide. Gay in the 80s. Closet crushing him. Feared history repeating. She confessed over tea. Tears salting her scones. Dad grunted. Men don't talk feelings. But squeezed my shoulder. Progress in Elmwood inches. Climax is shadow. The big game. State Finals versus Powerhouse Akron Central. Dome in Columbus. Buckeyes Stadium proxy. Scouts galore. NFL whispers. Pre-game jitters amped. James puking in bushes. Ryan meditating cross-legged. Me visualizing routes till dizzy. Kickoff under dome lights glaring like interrogators. Akron blitzed ferocious. Their D-line hyenas. First quarter. We sputter. James sacked twice. His form fracturing under pressure. 7-0 them. Halftime. Coach eviscerates. Whiteboard arrows like veins. Dig deep. Hargroves. Or die. Ryan pulls us into circle. This ain't ball. It's us. Third. Lightning strikes. James to Ryan. 80-yard bomb. Toe tap miracle. Tie. But Akron answers. Trick play faking us blind. 14-7. Fourth. Desperation. Onside kick. We field. Drive of lifetimes. 3rd and 8 at midfield. Twins special. Audibled on fly. James fakes handoff. Rolls. Blitzing gulfs. I chip block, spring free. He lofts 55, contested again. DB wraps me midair, helmet to helmet, illegal hit. Whistle. Penalty, roughing, 15. But I'm down, world spinning, crowd gasp. Stars burst. Then Ryan's face hovers, paramedics swarming. Ty, stay with me. Concussion? Worse? James kneels, tears streaming. Not again. Not you. Ambulance wail, stadium fading. Hospital blur. CT clean, but whiplash ache. Text flood, team praying, mom en route. Ryan sneaks in, gown clad, kissing forehead. You scared me. James follows, hollow. My call. Too risky. No hours. Discharge dawn, finals rescheduled, fair play ruling. Second chance. Back in pads, bruises blooming, we face Akron rematch. Dome hums, this time catharsis. First half even, 14 all. Third, Ryan's 70-yard jet, untouched. Lead. Akron ties fourth, overtime looms. Final possession, 2-minute drill. James under center, eyes mine, twin packed. Snap, RPO, pitch to me. I reverse to Ryan, will open. Safety closes, he laterals back, impossible. To James, streaking post. Catch. Run. End zone. No flag. 28-24, onside. Muffed. Kneel. Champions. But the win's hollow without heart. Postgame, under confetti blizzard, James hugs Ryan first. Your family. Dad hoists trophy, mom beams. Rainbow pin on lapel, quiet statement. Scouts offer. OSU for twins, scholarship tandem. Ryan 2, walk-on promise. Escape hatched. Years blur, college gridiron, pro dreams deferred for love's reality. James comes out senior year. His truth, no drama. We build lives intertwined. Him coaching Pee-wee, me in sports psych, Ryan graphic designer. Canvases of our scars. Elmwood visits, river walks, no hiding. Betrayals heal into stories. Controversial then, human now. Loves the win. Ryan and I, porch swing in our Columbus starter home, watching sun dip. Rose again, he murmurs. Yeah, biggest game? This one. Daily. In the end, outing was fracture, bench the forge. We mended stronger. Twins, lovers, survivors. American as apple pie with a twist, messy, resilient, true.